buy a home in Utah. I'm not Mormon. Utah is not it for me. I just think it's really cool to, you know, to get what you want, but also to show your kids work ethic. And you know, she's gonna get a job. She's gonna get a job at 14. She's gonna be working. She gets straight A's, and she's taking high school courses right now, and she's in middle school. So she has, you know, goals and aspirations of getting into Harvard and Yale and all those. So she said, I'm not a Mormon. Family is most important. Absolutely. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. Like for a while, I was like flexing. Like it was cool. It's cool to flex on people and be like, yeah, I have designer. I wear a $2,000 jacket. You know, I have a $5,000 bag. I drive a $150,000 vehicle. I have $1 million, whatever. And now I'm like, you know what? I want to wear my sweatpants and my Crocs and my dirty hoodie, and I don't have any wants or wishes for anybody to ever guess or care how much money I make. And I think that's probably the switch between just getting the money and having money. You know what I mean? I totally get how people, like NFL players and stuff, like go balls to the walls. What up, Jay? Cause it's fun. That shit is fun. When I bought this house, I was like, oh, this will be a good starter home. It's 5,000 square feet. The fuck? And now, the thing about it, I tell every single person I know, don't ever buy a house over 400,000. Never buy a house over 400,000 because that shit ain't gonna sell. You're gonna be sitting on it. If you want a house that's gonna burn, you're gonna turn and burn, baby, you need to have a house that's affordable. Who the fuck's gonna buy this house? I have a goddamn tub in the floor. I'm gonna have to rip that shit out before I sell this bitch. And I just want to have something fun. I just want to take the top off, take the doors off. Nobody cares. Exactly. Nobody gives a shit. Especially me. The most important person being me. I actually don't give a fuck. Yeah. And I guess when you can have that realization that nobody gives a shit, and if they do, they're not your people. And anyways, I went to the dealership in my city where I live now, and I asked them to test drive a Raptor, a Bronco Raptor, unless they're used. And I was like, oh, you have a used one? And he's like, no, we don't. And I said, yes, you do. The fuck? And so he looked, and they did, and then he still wouldn't let me test drive it. And they sold it. And I went back to the dealership this last weekend and complained. Because I was like, nah, bro. My used vehicle costs more than this fucking Bronco. The fuck? That's crazy. So now I'm going somewhere else. Keep the cat. Yeah, I'm going to. And I just wanted, I don't know. I don't want to go out and buy another $160,000 vehicle and then turn around and buy a $35,000 vehicle next year for my 15-year-old. I don't want to put that type of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to put that type of, like, I don't know, just like, idea in their heads of like, oh, we can afford it. It's no big deal. Money's no big deal. We can afford things. No big deal. I want them to know that it takes hard work. It takes hard fucking work to get out of the mud, and I'm not just gonna hand my kids anything. And I told everybody in my family, to my brother, everybody, when I die, put my money in the grave, bro. Don't give my kids a fucking cent. In fact, I have trusts set up for my kids so that they don't just get that shit. Like they have to meet goals, graduate college, have a career. They're not getting a single cent until their 30s. Like, I'm not this type of person that's like, oh, let's raise trust fund babies. You know, I'm not that type of person. You know, they're gonna have jobs at 14. They're gonna be working. They're gonna be paying their own gas, stuff like that. I don't want to give them the idea of like, I mean, I'm sure they can put 2 and 2 together. Like, we're not starving. But I don't want them to think like, oh, well, we're better than people because of the way we live, or our lifestyle is so frivolous. Like, it's a big decision to buy a vehicle. It's a big decision to purchase your children things. It's a big decision to, for everything. For anything that costs money is a huge decision. And I don't want them to just think like, oh, well, mom's got it and it's fine and we don't have to worry about anything. Like, no, I don't hand out money left and right. Like, if they want a dollar, they want $2, they gotta clean a room. A dollar a room. You want a dollar, clean the living room, that's $1. You want $2, clean the living room and the bathroom, that's $2. And they're old, they're 10, 11, and 13. Like, I'm not about giving them free money away. What is this? Like, I'm not, heck no. So, I don't know. I really want to instill that in them, like the hard work ethic. Sometimes you want things and you can afford it, but it's not, what up, kid? It's not always the best decision for you and your family. And sometimes it's best to save for a rainy day and not just go impulsively buy things. And I've been making them go with me the past couple weekends to test drive vehicles, and they're so over it. They're like, they fucking hate the Bronco. They hate the Bronco. Going from an Escalade to a Bronco, they're like, nah, this is bullshit. They fucking hate it. And for some reason, that makes me want it more. They're like, the seats are uncomfortable, it's too loud, it's too slow. And I'm like, oh, that looks so cool. It's such a cutie mom car. Did you have that door? Which door? Which door are you talking about? Let's normalize raising grateful children. The glass door. I don't know, I bought this house pre-made. This house was pre-owned. This house was built by the owner before me. I wanted to build a house between my last rental and this house, but I couldn't have any vacancies in order to open my credit all the way to build a home, so it was just made more sense for me to buy a pre-existing home. And now I can build a home now, but I think I'm gonna buy my family's farm, which would be like half the cost of this house. And then I will probably sell this house, move to the farm. Anything you're in is a cute mom car except for Metro, yeah. Well, it needs to be 4-wheel drive, so that's the thing. It has to be 4-wheel drive, because I live in North Dakota. And I want to get it lifted and get 38s on it. And what else do I want? Just all the cutie stuff on it.